Now, Dan Coward is Area Commander for the New Zealand Fire Service. Welcome back, Dan. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Last time we saw you, it was with that Emergency Services Open Day, wasn't it? And there was...
It was indeed, yes.
Yeah. How did it all go for you guys?
It was a fantastic day. It went on for a lot longer than what we thought, which was fantastic. The people just kept coming. They wanted to learn more. They wanted to interact with us. It was a fantastic day, yeah.
And that must be so good for you to see as well, and reassuring to know that people want to know what they can do.
Absolutely. I think the key is that fire safety, in our example, is that you own the responsibility. We'll provide the tools, the education and the resources, but you own fire safety in your home.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to be chatting about today, isn't it? Is things that we can do to make sure that we are as safe in our homes as possible. Absolutely. So let's start with smoke alarms, because I know that's high on your list.
Yeah, and it's a message that we portray a lot, and it's one that I suppose some people say, oh, why are they still going on about it? We know that if you have a working smoke alarm in your home that's fitted correctly, you have a greater chance of survival.
Okay.
When you're asleep at night, you don't smell smoke, and we know that smoke is more harmful and is poisonous in today's home environments due to the makeup of the materials and items that you have in your home.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So the smoke itself is actually more dangerous now?
Yeah, a few seconds of breathing smoke in a fire and you'll be overcome. And that is the first thing that people succumb to in a house fire. Not the flames, but the smoke.
So then they become unconscious.
And then they pass away.
Yeah, and then obviously they can't do anything about it after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so smoke alarms are vitally important. How many should we have in our homes, and where should they be?
Well, what we recommend is that you have one smoke alarm in every sleeping room in your home. So every bedroom, that's where we want to see smoke alarms installed. Then we're talking about the escape route. So that's your hallways. So we're wanting to make sure that in your hallway you have a working smoke alarm. Obviously, a lot of people live in small units and quite often have them fitted in their kitchen and in their lounge, and they often go off. There's a couple of varieties of smoke alarms that can be fitted in those sorts of environments that allow for cooking and for silencing when you are cooking. But it is where you have people sleeping and where you're going to escape from a home, you've got to have a working smoke alarm. Okay,
so they're the most important things.
Absolutely.
And I know that smoke alarms with technology, I mean, the brilliant thing about it is that they're getting better and better, aren't they?
Oh, look, they are. And look, recently the Fire Service have really started launching and promoting the fact that there are 10-year smoke alarms.
Wow.
So our message is still, you know, change your clock, change your battery in your traditional smoke alarm. But today there are 10-year smoke alarms that are on the market, and the reason we're promoting them is obviously 10 years. You know that they're going to be fitted. You're not going to be putting yourself in a position where you're climbing up a ladder every 6 months to change your battery. We know that once they're fitted, they're anti-tamper proof, so we know you can't take the battery out and use it for your remote control or your kids' toys.
You've got one here, haven't you?
I have indeed.
Let's have a look at this one. So these are the new ones?
They are obviously a lot smaller in size than the traditional ones that people will be aware of. So that's, in that sense, you know, fitted in a new home, they're not obtrusive. You can't not see them as big, obtrusive things in your ceiling. They're small, they're compact, 10 years, and they're worth their weight in gold.
So once these guys are in, they're in?
They're in.
And they're tamper-free, so that's what you're saying. You don't have to be changing them or doing anything like that. You leave them. You
leave them in place for 10 years. The batteries can't be used in remote controls. You can't get up and just whip them down. The way that they're screwed into the ceiling and the construction of the base plate and the alarm is such that they're not easy to get down. They're not designed to be pulled down and the battery pulled out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would we use this like a normal alarm whereby we should have more than one of these in our home?
Look, we recognise that with the 10-year smoke alarms, ultimately one in every bedroom and in the hallway would be fantastic. But if it was a progressive thing that a family wanted to do, the first one goes in your hallway, your means of escape, and then you have the other smoke alarms fitted in your bedrooms as time allows for the 10-year smoke alarms.
Okay, that's great. Where can we get these? Where can we get these from? Can you turn it off?
There you go. They work.
Don't tap it on live television.
Where can you get these from? You can get them from most outlets like Mitre 10 Mega, Bunnings and those sorts of places.
So they're readily available?
They're readily available, and if you're really concerned and unsure of where to find them, you can contact your local fire station and they will be able to help you out.
Okay, I'm not going to touch that anymore. I'm going to give that back to you where it's going to be safe. Okay, so that's some really good advice. Use those ones if you can, but if you've just got normal fire alarms in your home, be making sure that they're always battery tested and ready to go.
Yeah, we recommend that at least once a month. You test them and you clean them. You make sure that they're working.
Because they're going to save your life.
They do.
Okay. Now, escape plans, you touched briefly on that, but that's a really important part, isn't it, for your home, whether you're in a family or a flatting situation, making sure everyone knows what to do.
Yeah, and I suppose it's one that as a school program we used to promote it with children, and we're really getting back into it. In your work environment, everybody that works in an office, they will have an escape plan in terms of their evacuation drills that they'll do as part of their health and safety requirements or their building regs. So we know people in workplaces are used to doing this sort of thing.
That's right.
And we're saying take that thought pattern back into your home. Sit down with your family, develop an escape plan, work out the things that you need to do and practice it. Seems a bit funny, but we know that people that have working escape plans and practice them are more than likely going to be able to get out as a family in an event of a fire safely and be able to be around to talk about what they did.
Yeah, exactly. So when you talk about escape plans, essentially we're talking about exit routes of the house?
Yeah, and if you go online at our website, which is www.fire.org.nz, we have a really fun interactive program that you can do with your family. It allows you to draw the floor plan of your home, and it allows you to drag in things like TVs, couches, bedrooms, and put arrows in terms of which way you're going to go. It allows you to put fun characters from the Flint and Amber that children are aware of, and it makes it a really fun interactive thing that you can do online. You can print it off and it can be something that you have.
Oh, that's a great idea. So it's interactive and then the whole family knows and they're enjoying it at the same time, but at the end of the day they've got those basics all sorted.
It makes something that we believe is a really serious safety message a lot more fun for the family. It makes it something that the family want to do collectively, and we know that people that do it have a greater chance of survival in the event of a fire.
Okay, so make sure you've got your escape plan all sorted, and we'll give you that end page very shortly as well so that you can have a look at that. Just quickly as well, Dan, can you give us the best tip that we can do when we have a fire in our kitchen through hot oil or hot fat?
Yeah, look, a real common mistake is putting water on it. Never ever put water on a fire in your kitchen. One of the best things that we recommend if you find a fire anywhere is close your doors, get out, stay out, dial 111 and make sure that everybody's out of the house.
Okay.
Provide those details to us. And
let you guys do the job that you do best, because you know what you're doing.
Smoke kills people, fires develop really fast, and it's our message: get out, stay out.
Okay, fantastic advice, Dan Coward. Thank you very much yet again. And once again, it's just about remembering, isn't it? Remembering and keeping on to these things. So if you'd like more details about that website where you can sort out your own escape plan and have a lot of fun while you're doing it, log on. It is www.fire.org.nz. Thank you very much, Dan.